joining us, Carlin, is the mashed potatoes to our turkey and cranberry sauce, Patrick O'Neill. Patrick, how are you doing today? Oh, you're muted, by the way, Patrick. Sorry, we got to unmute you. No, we still can't hear you.
Oh, dang it. We got to unmute the mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Chris, is he muted? Producer Chris?
Bottom of the should be bottom of the screen, little microphone logo.
Yeah, is it on you?
Still can't hear you, Patrick. Sorry.
Let's see. You look good though, Patio. Dang, that sunlight looks good.
That's right.
We get the glasses out. There we go.
There we go.
How about now? Sorry.
Yeah. No worries. Now we can hear you. How are you doing today, Patrick?
I'm doing great. Yeah. Hey, didn't we do that bit on like the cranberry Thanksgiving thing on one of the intermissions?
Yep, and I'll do it every year.
Okay, good.
until
the end of time.
Until I end the conflict between homemade cranberry sauce and canned cranberry sauce. But that does bring us to our next topic, Patrick, and this is another opportunity for me to hopefully end a conflict. Carlin, you don't like cranberry sauce, that's fine. But if I gave you, let me set it up first. Every year, somebody does a what's the best side dish at Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
So, Carlin, I'll ask you what your favorite side dish is first.
It's like the green beans with the crumbly stuff on top.
Okay.
I don't know what it's called, but it's like crunchy onions on top of green beans.
And Patrick,
my mother-in-law is gonna kill me. I don't remember what it's called, but it's really freaking good.
Yeah, I don't know what that's called either. But I would, I like cream corn. I took notes. I knew this question was coming. This is the only research I get to do anymore. Stuffing, yams with marshmallows.
Sure.
I like rolls, biscuits, and cornbred, and you know what I have here written down. You can't see it. My writing's terrible, but I wrote cranberry relish.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Is that the same as cranberry sauce, or is there a different mixture with the relish?
I think it's. I definitely prefer some kind of homemade cranberry sauce relish to the can, where it just kind of like flops out of that can and it's still in that weird shape. I prefer if it's in a bowl and there's like real little cranberries mixed in there. That would be my go-to.
Love that. Jesse,
so what have I told you guys?
Bean casserole. Carry on.
That's it. Yeah, that's fine. What have I told you guys that there actually was a right answer to the question? What's the best Thanksgiving side dish?
I'd be shocked. Yeah.
Oh.
Now, ordinarily, I'd just shrug and say I'm going to leave this up to opinion. By the way, we're doing this because we won't be here next week, so this is our Thanksgiving episode. So you guys are both familiar with the Prices, not the Prices, right? Family Feud. You're familiar with the Family Feud format, right?
Yes.
Sure.
All right. So I'll do a very small, low-grade version of that. Carlin, if you were putting together a Thanksgiving meal, what are the top 3 things that would have to be in it? Absolutely have to be in it.
Turkey, mashed potatoes, and gravy.
Patrick?
Definitely turkey, stuffing. It's going to have to be mashed potatoes.
Okay.
I think mashed potatoes and gravy are together. I don't think
that's
why 2 separate things.
That's why mashed potatoes actually is the best Thanksgiving side dish.
Probably.
Oh.
They're so good, we don't even think about them. We take them absolutely for granted. It's like vanilla being the best flavor of ice cream. Nobody would pick vanilla, but the reality is vanilla is a flavor, and it's everywhere, and you add other things to it to make new flavors. Mashed potatoes is the best Thanksgiving side dish. I
like this.
It's also the most popular, Jesse, because, going back hundreds of years when these Thanksgiving meals first took place, of course, the main reason to give thanks and to possibly share your table with those in need. Potatoes are the most inexpensive meal that you could provide at a Thanksgiving type dinner. They're the easiest to grow, and I think that's why it became a staple for these meals.
And the perfect food. I mean, there's a million different ways to cook a potato, and I like all of them. We're going to move off of Thanksgiving, though. Patrick, we've got you here. Carlin and you both covered the Angels this past season, and the Kings are looking at, well, we don't know what we're looking at as far as a hockey season. It'll probably be condensed. There'll probably be, an altered schedule. So I'm curious, Patrick, what were the challenges that you faced in the baseball season that just concluded in this, pandemic world?
similar to unmuting myself. I think, I just logging into Skype, they were asking me to change I log in all of a sudden. So that created a problem. No, I think just, not being at the games, not being able to see live baseball, and, wearing the mask, for 7 straight hours and then just taking it off when you're working. And, that was hard. But all that aside, it was just good to be working and seeing the crew and, spending that time with people, that have been out of work. And so all in all, it was those were small little things. It was just unusual to go when we were allowed to go in and watch the Angels play live baseball with no fans in there, and just the way that the game sounded, it was really, really different.
How long did it take you to get used to, let's say, a press conference with no press, or
not long?
Okay.
Yeah, not long. I mean, it actually was really, really super convenient, because you're able to log in and hear these press conferences and just sit and listen. You don't actually have to go, and it was actually it was easier.
I was going to say, for everyone at home, explain, how actually kind of easy it was, and you just nailed it right there. You log into your Zoom and you're listening when you can, and they had them recorded and sent off to you too in case you missed it. It was like in your email box. So
yeah,
it was nice. But
did it ever feel like, once the season's underway and you're getting into the groove of, I guess it wasn't a game every day, but the flow of the season, did it feel, I don't even know what the word I'm looking for is. Did it feel like an asterisk type season, or did it just feel like, a season where you have some hiccups and you have to deal with them?
I felt like an asterisk type season, for sure, when it's just this race to 60 games and, normally you're just a third of the way, or I guess a little more through a season. And, teams don't even know who they are yet, really, in 60 games. And the Angels had a good September. I thought they were starting to play better baseball. They weren't as good as like the Dodgers. They got whipped up pretty badly by them, losing all 6. Yeah, it was an asterisk type season. I know Dodger fans are psyched to get the World Series, but I don't see how you can ever look back on this season and not think it was anything other than that.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go. You go.
I insist you go.
I was gonna say, having gone through this season with the Angels and having the Kings season on the horizon here, what are some things that you would like to see happen during the hockey season that maybe we were missing during baseball? Like, having done a pandemic sport once already, what do you think could, I don't know, change or be tweaked about it going into the hockey season? Or what do you hope, at least?
If this is for me, I guess this is for me. It's so hard to know. This pandemic seems to be getting worse, and I just don't know. I don't think you can really compare it, because I think they're able to play. They might be able to play the hockey season in some sort of hub cities, and you can realign and you can make changes. So yeah, I definitely think you have to do that. That's not new, right? We've been reading about that. So I think you have to find a way to play a season differently, a shortened season, and, realignment and hub cities and bubble up,
Bubble up.
We're not that close to everybody getting a vaccine. I think that's the good news, right? At least there seems to be vaccines on the horizon, but it just feels like we are, another 6 months to a year of trying to navigate our way through this awful time.
There's nothing official out yet, but it sounds like there's going to be a Canadian division, 3 U.S. divisions, and games will be played more similar to a baseball season, where you'll get, the Kings and the Ducks playing each other 3 times in a row, for example, rather than, Anaheim on Tuesday, Arizona on Thursday, Vegas on Saturday. Patrick, I'm curious, from a broadcasting perspective, does it make it easier when you have the same opponent 3-4 games in a row? Does it give an extra level of interest, of energy?
I think from a broadcasting standpoint, it would be easier just for preparation, because you're just preparing, all the teams and the players. And normally it's just, you're going from city to city and you got to, read up on the team you're playing. From a competitive standpoint for the players, it'll probably create a little more rivalry and a little more intensity and make these guys a little more agitated against the opponent. But, I'm just curious, what about fans? I think that the way we broadcast the baseball season, I think they should implement for hockey where, we just have one broadcast location and they produce these games out of trucks and via feeds. And I don't see how you can have fans even in a limited capacity for these upcoming, NHL, NBA seasons until they can really, get a handle on this thing. You're just seeing even the NFL, just teams getting hit, 7 players here. All these teams are getting hit. That's how I would do it. I would just be as safe as possible to protect everybody and just get through the next 6 months somehow.
Well, hopefully we get through it with another Stanley Cup handed out. We had one, obviously, Tampa down or up in Edmonton, I should say, and hopefully we get another one, whether it's a 60-game season or something else. Patrick, I know your time is precious today, so we're going to sort of shoot through the other topics I had.
Forget about that.
All right, perfect.
We've got him for hours.
Whatever you need.
Excellent. Well, then
people listening are thrilled with that, but you don't have to rush me off. I'm good.
All right. Well, we're going to, I sort of teased last week for Halloween, Patrick, Carlin and I listed our top 3 favorite movies to watch for Halloween. I'm going to go ahead and bring up the topic of movies for Thanksgiving. There aren't many. Carlin, I mentioned Planes, Trains, and Automobiles last week. I'm curious, Patrick, if you have a movie that you associate with Thanksgiving.
Well, not having been given this question ahead of time, I have to agree that to me, that's the only one that pops in my mind. That's a movie you can see over and over and over again. If you're flipping around and it pops on, you leave it there. I don't care what time of year it is. It's just a classic, and every single character in it is hysterical, and it's just perfect. It's a perfect movie.
Carlin, I don't imagine you saw it over the last week.
I didn't get to see it over the last week, but I did just Google Thanksgiving movies, and I haven't heard of nearly all of them. A Charlie Brown Thanksgiving.
You've never heard of the Charlie Brown? Okay, there you go.
No, I've seen that one. That's about it. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is on here. And then it's got things like The Ice Storm, 1997.
Yeah, that is not a Thanksgiving movie.
What is
that? Is that with Kevin? Is that Kevin Kline?
Who is that?
And Sigourney Weaver. Yeah, that is not a family thing.
No, that's a strange movie. That's a very good movie, though.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, I also Googled Thanksgiving movies, Carlin, and there's a bunch of movies that. Yeah, not a Thanksgiving movie.
Whose list is this? Trading Places, 1983.
Also not a Thanksgiving movie.
No. Tower Heist.
Not a Thanksgiving.
No. Well, what list are you on?
They're no
Town
good
and
list.
Country Magazine.
Yeah.
14 Thanksgiving movies to prep you for the holidays.
There's 2 Thanksgiving movies that I can think of. One is Trains, Planes, and Automobiles. The other one is called Dutch with Ed O'Neill.
Okay.
And it's great. It's Well, maybe great's a little bit strong, but it's underrated. It's a John Hughes movie, screenplay by John Hughes, I should say.
So didn't John Hughes direct Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
I think he did. He might have even written it.
Yeah. Wait, has Carlin not seen Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
I don't want to talk about it, Patio.
He hasn't seen it?
No. I know.
I'm not going to harass you or bully you.
Don't spoil it either.
Because you haven't seen it.
Tell me on it.
How lucky you are that you haven't.
So something to look forward to.
Because she gets to see it now. Yeah. That's right.
And then you get an opportunity to see that. Has your husband seen it?
He probably has. He's seen stuff like that. It's always the old ones
stuff like that. It's a classic.
Yeah, come on. It's not an old one.
Both of you are correct. Directed and written by John Hughes.
Probably hasn't seen it.
Probably not.
Alex has seen it?
Probably not. Or it's on his big master list of movies he has to see that Jim Fox will harass him about if he hasn't. But 91% on Rotten Tomatoes. Looks good.
Should all 3 of us text him and see if he's seen it?
That's old timers.
You can. Yeah.
You
text
youngins.
him and see if you've seen it.
So, Carlin, you should be.
You two have to text him because he doesn't reply to my text.
I was just gonna say. I wasn't gonna say. Jesse, you can text him. He'll talk to you. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say we could have a race. So we could all text him at the same time and see who he gets back to first. But
Carlin, I'm using the phone.
There you. Oh, that's right.
I could do it.
We love you, Alex.
Carlin, you should be thankful for the opportunity to watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles for the first time. But we're going to go ahead now and take this opportunity real quick. We don't have to get too maudlin about it. But what we're thankful for. Carlin, you want to start us off?
Oh, gosh. Thankful for, I guess, my health, being safe, being able to take this time, even though it's weird for everybody all over the world. Just having a safe place to be, and I won't be able to spend it with my family, but we're going to make the best of it. And I'm thankful to have my husband and our new journey of marriage, and my little brother that lives with us too. And we'll have our own little Thanksgiving celebration here and celebrate the best we can. So I'm thankful for all of that in this crazy, hectic, silly, weird heck of a year.
How about you, Patrick?
Thankful that Alex Faust replied to me so quickly.
Really?
Yeah, he has seen Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I should ask him. I should ask him if did he like it?
Yeah, impressive.
Of course he did. Everybody likes Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
That is impressive.
I'm thankful for my family, my wife, my kids, our health, the fact that we're staying safe in these crazy times. I'm thankful that that I get to spend time with my dad right now. He's not doing well, so it's just his health is just a battle. Like he's struggling. He has heart failure, and but he fights, and so I'm taking time to record our conversations. And I don't know what I'll do with them, but maybe I'll, if I'm ever looking for something to do, I'll have this that I can go back to and maybe write some sort of pseudo biography, or like a Tuesdays at Maury, not as good as that, with Maury, not in that respect, but my own point of view. He's had an incredible life, and so the ups and downs, that I could maybe do something creative there. So that, and staying busy, and this is I haven't had this much free time ever, in the last 32 years, really, that I've been grinding and working, and so just trying to find out what I'm, what's going on with me, mentally, and so it's been an interesting time for sure.
Patrick, I know you've got kids, so I'll say this as the kid of somebody who did something similar to what you're describing. I recently, within the last year or two, discovered that my mom had interviewed her mom and recorded it. And I haven't seen my grandmother she passed away decades ago. But when I was younger, I don't think I would have appreciated it. But now that I'm the age I am now, listening to my grandmother talk about her parents, her grandparents, they grew up in rural Pennsylvania. So, I mean, it was just a completely different world, different life. It was something I'm thankful for that I wouldn't have thought about had you not said that. So obviously thankful for family, and also technology, right? That allows us, I talk to, my my dad lives in South Carolina. My mom lives in Oregon. And I talk to both of them way more than I would if they actually lived in Southern California. And that's thanks to people who come up with stuff like Skype and Zoom and microphones. So thankful for all that. And obviously, of course, thanks to all the fans who tune in and watch us talk about goofy stuff like this. One of those fans is a former season ticket member, Dr. Jeff Abrahams. Such a huge Kings fan that he actually held on to his season tickets after he moved to Seattle. Didn't even live in LA. Held on to the tickets. He is a huge fan of Patrick O'Neill and Carlin Bathe. It's his birthday, so if you guys wanted to just say happy birthday to Dr. Jeff Abrahams for me, that would be a personal favor that I would appreciate.
Carlin, go ahead. Yeah.
Happy birthday to the doc. The doc. Oh, that's so special. You held on to your tickets. That truly shows, how big of a Kings fan you are. You won't let go. You won't let go. That's incredible. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope this is a birthday surrounded with love, friends, family, to the best social distancing abilities that you can do. Eat some cake. It's your day. Happy birthday.
I knew I had one fan out there. Yeah. So yeah. Happy birthday, Dr. Jeff. What are you doing with your tickets, though? Is he just stub hubbing these things?
Yeah. I mean, I think this season probably may be the end of the run, but held on to them for a good long time. Patrick, we were planning on letting you go. If you want to stick around, we were about to do a Manscaped ad and then take a look at those reverse retro jerseys that got released. You're welcome to stick around, but I won't take it personal if you want to split.
Yeah, are you going to do the Manscaped read, or is?
No, it's just a video ad.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, no, I'll just say I love the retro jerseys. I'll let you guys carry on. I got a thing at 12:30. They may be going to be talking about Bally Sports going forward. So
yeah,
curious
that's right.
Curious to hear what they have to say about that. But thanks so much, you guys, and certainly I just say hi to all the Kings fans out there, and just I wish everybody a wonderful Thanksgiving. You too as well. And I miss you guys. It was nice to see Carlin the other day at the Angels press conference.
That was wonderful. Yeah.
Can't wait to get back to normal. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks for doing this, Patrick.
Oh,
also
Alex,
the chat. Oh, go ahead.
Alex Val said he thought that Planes, Trains, and Automobiles had its moments, and that he felt it may have ran out of some steam at the end.
No!
Wow.
So I'm sorry to break that to you, Jesse. Try to hang on to that.
Yeah.
The show.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Before you go, there are a lot of people in the chat on Twitch that were giving lots of love and thoughts and prayers to your dad, Patrick. So while you were talking about him, people were sending their love to you and to him. So just so you know, keeping up with
that's
that.
very nice. Yeah, he's at the doctor today, and I'll see him tomorrow. And so I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you, Patio. We love you. We miss you.
Love you guys too. Miss you too. Bye-bye.